Welcome back to another video of the Arizona Sports Fan, guys. Thank you so very much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. In this video, we're going to talk about the guy who went 8th overall to the Arizona Cardinals in this year's 2020 NFL Draft. The star of the Combine, none other than Isaiah Simmons. We're going to talk about my expectations in this coming year, as well as what the Arizona Cardinals needs. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Roll that intro. Welcome back, guys. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, today what we're going to talk about is none other than the Arizona Cardinals first round pick, Isaiah Simmons. Now, there's a lot of hype for Isaiah Simmons, and the big reason for that is because he's such a versatile player. He's a player that came out of the Combine and he could play multiple different positions, whether it's safety, the edge, or even linebacker position. There's a lot of expectations for Isaiah Simmons, especially because the great numbers that he posted out on the Combine. I'm really excited about this first round pick for the Arizona Cardinals. There's just many different things that we saw last year that the Arizona Cardinals needed help on, especially on the defensive side. So here are my expectations for Isaiah Simmons. Obviously, we need to get somebody playing on the other side of Jordan Hicks on the weak side linebacker spot, and I think Isaiah Simmons would be a great asset to that. He's 6'4", 238 pounds. During the Combine, he ran a 4.39, I believe it was. He had a horizontal jump of 11 feet and vertical jump of about 40 inches, which is insane numbers. He is athletic as they come. I'm really excited to see what Vance Joseph is going to do and how he schemes them up in their defense. I know there's a lot of fans out there that don't have the faith in Vance Joseph and they pretty much want him fired. Now, I know that there is a big reason, there's a lot of backing, there's a lot of talk about it, and I understand where you guys are coming from. My personal opinion on this whole matter is I think we should probably give him one more year. He was kind of handed over a defense that was riddled with injuries, riddled with suspensions, just a lot of different stuff that's been happening to Vance Joseph with his tenure being with the Arizona Cardinals. So I feel like giving him one more year is enough to say, hey, this is what we got you. These are the weapons that we have for you. If you do not make this work, then we know our answer there. Vance Joseph will not be a defensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals next year. Vance Joseph has been given a lot of weapons, whether it's Devondre Campbell, Devin Kennard, Isaiah Simmons in the draft. Patrick Peterson is going to be there for the entirety of the year. Robert Alford's coming back from injury. So we got a lot of key pieces that are coming back on the defensive side. So there's really no room for error for Vance Joseph to proceed from here on out. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm really excited to see how Vance Joseph uses Isaiah Simmons, especially with his athletic ability. These are my expectations for Isaiah Simmons. Now, there's three main things that I feel like Isaiah Simmons has to do in order to pan out with the Arizona Cardinals. Number one, I feel like he has to play that weak side linebacking spot here. Now, and I feel like it's very crucial, especially for a rookie, to focus on one spot. If we get him moving around in the safety, the edge, it's just going to be too overwhelming, especially going from the collegiate level. We have to make sure that he masters that weak side linebacking spot. Being on the opposite side of Jordan Hicks will just be that much better for him to go out there. The main reason why I want him to be in that position is because I want him to be able to have the ability to play in coverage. We need to have somebody to block the tight ends. It's been long overdue, especially last year. It felt like an eternity to see the same thing over and over again. Having tight ends that we've never heard of had career games against the Arizona Cardinals were really hard to watch. It was really annoying to see, and it was really unfortunate to kind of hear Vance Joseph say the same thing over and over again. But in my mind, I kept saying to myself, like, we don't have the pieces yet. It's gonna happen. So as of right now, we're handing the pieces over to Vance Joseph, and he has to make something work with this great piece that we're adding to the defense in Isaiah Simmons. So needless to say, number two is going to be being able to cover the tight ends. It has to happen. Isaiah Simmons ran a 4.39 40. So to think that he can't run with the tight end, I know there's really athletic tight ends out there like Kelsey, Kittle, all that different stuff, but that's one of the main reasons why we got Isaiah Simmons, to be able to run with them, to be able to go ahead and block them in coverage. We need to be able to get Isaiah Simmons to master that role. Now, number three, the Arizona Cardinals needs Isaiah Simmons to be able to spy the quarterback. Now, one specific quarterback that I can think of right now is obviously Russell Wilson, is because he is in our division. But there's multiple different mobile quarterbacks out there that has gashed the Arizona Cardinals defense multiple different times because we just don't have the ability to have somebody to spy them right there. We've tried it with Hassan Reddick. It's worked sometimes, but I feel like once we moved them over to the outside linebacking spot, it worked a little bit better. He just wasn't really consistent there. That's exactly why we mainly drafted Isaiah Simmons, not only for his athletic ability, but because he's able to go ahead and track down any quarterback out there. We've seen it multiple different times where Russell Wilson has, broke the pocket and ran for about 20, 25, 30 yards. It's really annoying to see, but I mean, you gotta give it to Russell Wilson. He's a really good quarterback. I can't really say too much about the Seahawks, don't really like them, but I can respect the game of Russell Wilson. The Arizona Cardinal needs from Isaiah Simmons. So just to go ahead and recap, he's obviously going to play the weak side linebacking spot. He's going to be able to play in coverage, as well as, block the tight ends, cover the tight ends, being able to not have them have any explosive games out there. Also, to spy the quarterback is definitely, I feel like it's a really big piece for the Arizona Cardinals to have somebody to be able to track down quarterbacks, making sure that they don't run out of the pocket. Now, a bonus one, number 4, that I'll go ahead and use. I know it's probably a long shot. There's a lot of great players that were drafted in this last year's coming draft, but I want Isaiah Simmons, and this is just personally to me, I would love Isaiah Simmons to win the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Last year, it was a tie between Nick Bosa as well as Kyler Murray for the Offensive Rookie of the Year, but how awesome would it be to get back-to-back Rookie of the Year, one on the offensive side, and now this year on the defensive side? I can see Isaiah Simmons definitely doing something like that. I would love to see Isaiah Simmons get, at least 4 sacks. 4 to 5 sacks would be awesome. Anything more than that would be just cherry on top of the ice cream at that point. Isaiah Simmons is an athletic freak that I'm just super excited to see him on the field and see what he can do for this defense. Now, I'm really excited about it. We have probably about 2 months before maybe preseason, like the middle of preseason. I don't really count that. So let's say 2.5 months to the regular season starts. So I'm super excited about it, guys. Let me know what your expectations for Isaiah Simmons on the comments below. If you're new, please consider subscribing and make sure you drop a like. It really helps the channel grow. And obviously, I wouldn't be Arizona sports fan without my members, guys. So quick shout out to all the members out here, every single one of you. Thank you so very much for becoming a member. All right, guys, that's all I got for this episode, guys. Thank you so very much, and I'm out.